Okay, so this is Jake the dad and Rainicorn have puppies! Oh my god! Oh, are they adorable! Oh, we're gonna take pictures and put them in magazines, the cover of every magazine! We're gonna interview all the puppies! No. No? Okay. No interviews, but she had puppies!
I know.
That's my very half-assed Oprah. I'm an excited woman that kind of sounds like Oprah, but I know it's not Oprah, so I'm just, because I'm too lazy to do a good Oprah, so yeah, that's the most I can do. But Rainicorn has puppies! And this is just the... So Jake is now a dad, and we see these great designed puppies. I mean, each one looks strange and has a weird, different power, which is just not what I was expecting. I mean, I guess on the one hand, you know they're gonna sort of look like a combination, but you think they're all gonna kind of like look the same or something. And I didn't expect any of them to have any powers or anything. So, okay, I know in Adventure Time logic it makes more sense, but still.
No, okay, you have Rainicorn, magical being, and Jake, magical being. How could you not expect the puppies to be magical? If it was Finn and a magical being, okay, maybe there's a cross.
No, but I mean, like, teleporting, I mean, they never teleported or stuff like that.
Well, yeah, but now they have double magic genes.
Yeah. Well, no, but I didn't expect that. Excuse me, not knowing my Adventure Time scientificals.
No excuse.
I'm sorry, that's the best I can do.
You tell him, PB.
Ouch. So, this is pretty much just watching Jake be a dad, and him getting really into it, which actually is kind of touching. I mean, it's not like oh hey, I'm gonna be a dad because it's awesome. Like, he seems to legitimately really care about his kids, and he'll lose sleep over it, he'll push himself too far, and he'll get over paranoid and just, like, obsess over them, and yeah, it's just a really, really cute thing, and then he's reading this book. Not gonna look at him. Keep your eyes forward.
Well, don't forget the manual.
Yeah, he
Mom's manual.
Yeah, sorry, the Mom's Manual, which is kind of like this little computer game thing that's supposed to give advice from his mother. And one of them was this book. What's it called? Like Baby Eating Fox?
Eating babies.
Yeah. And he looks through and he's like, wow, this is a lot darker than I remember. So he gets rid of the book. A bunch of foxes find it. I love these foxes. I really want them to come back. They just made me laugh so hard. And they're like, oh, this thing says we should eat babies. We should eat babies. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, they'll stand there and just let you do it.
Yeah, apparently they'll just stand there and let you do it. I was like, yeah, okay. So Jake is pushing himself too hard, and he tries to take them all out for a walk, and they all go and do stuff to endanger themselves. He freaks out, again, overexerts himself, and the foxes find him, think he's a baby. Not a very good baby, but, you know, just gotta take what you got, you know?
You gotta jump in.
Yeah, you gotta jump in, guys.
It's hairy and sweaty and ugh.
Not every baby is gonna be the perfect baby. So they go and try to eat him, and then all the puppies come and save him with their magic powers, sort of like Voltron. They all come together to form this giant puppy machine and use their powers. That's very funny. And yeah, Jake realizes, oh, I gotta let up and not be so protective, and it turns out they grow up even faster than he does. Like, one of them has a beard already. And so Jake's now back with the group, which that's the one thing I didn't know about, because on the one hand, it's like, okay, yeah, I want Jake back with the group, I want him to, you know, go on the adventures and stuff, but that kind of seemed like a cheat. I'm like, okay, well, it's like all this responsibility, all the learning in just a day. I'm sort of like, I don't know. There's something about that. I don't know how I would have worked around it, but it seems like for an episode to be so dedicated to this and then just like, you know, teaching a pretty good lesson, then like, oh yeah, and the next day it's fixed. That's the only thing I wasn't quite sure about, but...
Well, okay, you know what it is? It solved two problems that like every 80s and 90s show had. We need to, I shouldn't even say every 80s and 90s, every show, at some point in time, it's like, we need to have a baby on the show. Oh, that'll be awesome. It happens on all of them. You know, or, okay, we're going to bring in little cousin Oliver to the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
What happens
then
every time?
Stuck with them.
Every time they bring a child into it, so this way, they bring in the babies, everyone's like, oh, look at the cute baby! Episode's over. Done. Got that out of the way.
So it's like the Cosby Show with Rudy, but not bringing in Olivia.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, like I said, I don't know the way around it. I'm not even, maybe this is the best way. I mean, don't get me wrong. It just seems like, if you're going to dedicate yourself to giving Jake such a likable sort of connection with these kids and getting him so paranoid and sort of teaching his lesson, you know, and sort of the Finding Nemo lesson, you know, you have to create distance sometimes, you know, it's, I don't know. It's like, could they go to school or something? Could they be old enough just to go to school? Or, nah, but then it's like he'd still be off, not paying attention. I don't know.
Always have to make that Disney reference, don't you?
Which one? Oh, Finding Nemo. But that was Pixar. And according to you, back when they were still good.
Actually, Finding Nemo is not when they were already bought up by Disney.
I don't know. Did you like it?
No.
Well, then, obviously, it's after they were bought out by Disney. Does that mean you liked Bug's Life, too?
It was okay.
That wasn't that
It was
bad.
okay.
Well, okay, we're
wasn't horrible.
getting sidetracked again. So, yeah, I mean, for me, the big thing I really, really liked, I liked seeing Jake really into the kids, and I liked seeing how paranoid he gets and super protective, and I don't know, it was a nice change of pace, but it was still believable, and yeah, I don't know, I really like that. I sort of like that that connection. You always see the father screwing up with the kids. Oh man, and kids, they don't know what to do. I see that cliche all the time, and it's, I don't know, I see that changing. I see more and more, like, not just in real life, but media too, like, it's more like, hey, like a father hanging with kids and they're really having fun with the kids, like, it's totally cool, and they genuinely like it too. Like, it's, you know, pulling out your hair crazy, but it's still a nice experience, and it's still loving them. It's not like, whatever, all those 80s and early 90s where it's like, a baby, oh no! And, yeah, I don't know. This
You just sounded like Mr. Bill.
Oh no! Mr. Hands is Prankers! How did it be Prankers just like that? Okay. So I liked it. I thought it was a really nice, sweet episode. One of you go.
I liked it a lot. It's the babies, it's the babies, it's the babies. The babies. They were really, really cute.
You were like tearing up over there when they were born. Oh my god!
I don't know what the hell happened to me. But
No more babies for you.
Yeah, no more babies for me. I'm retired. No, it was really cute, and I agree with you. It was really great to see Jake doing everything he can, and it wasn't that he was this bumbling fool. He was just a really loving, caring dad, overdoing it only because that's what new parents do. You're all like, oh my gosh, I just want everything perfect. And I thought that was really, really cool. That's what made it for me, because once you get over the, oh my god, super cute babies, you gotta have something to the episode. And that's what I liked. I really enjoyed watching Jake, which is really weird, in probably the greatest role he's ever had. I just...
As dad.
It was just so sweet. You got it. And again, it's a cartoon, but like you could really feel, or I could really feel, and I could really see through Jake, like he just wants this to go right. Like he really super duper loves these babies, and the eye, when they drew the eyes and he's tearing up, like they're just the beautiful babies. That was cool. I like that Finn was there, but he wasn't really. It was kind of like, well, here's Finn, here you go. But in a way,
he's with BMO jumping on him while waving Brad. I forgot about that. That's really funny.
In a way, though, when you do first have kids, that's kind of
You
is.
step away from everyone.
Like, there's your best friend, but you have these babies, and your best friend's like, whatevs, and you don't realize that you're just in your own little world. And that was kind of really neat how that worked out. The foxes. Oh my god, the foxes. And this guy's like chewing the rock. And he's like, yeah, why haven't we eaten babies before? I don't know.
More foxes. I want more foxes.
God, more foxes. This was really cool. This was super duper cool. I've been anticipating these babies. It was everything I dreamed of, and then more, because it was cooler, because I have no imagination. So this was so cool. I love that Lady was just kind of like, whatever, Jake, you're kind of going too far, but whatever, I'll let you do your thing. Like, when she goes and looks out the window and tells the kids, like, come on, I don't know, something like go help your dad out or whatever.
Well, first off, they're running around. She calls them all in.
Yeah.
And then Jake's getting dragged away, and she's like, "Oh, go help your dad."
Yeah.
I like how she just, where Jake is very much learning, she just gets it immediately, and she, and she's rested too and stuff like that. That's another scene I really like. I really like when he says, you're resting for both of us.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sweet. And she just sort of has a better understanding of it. Kids come in and they just come in, oh, go save your father and stuff. Like, she knows what they're capable of already. Whether it's just knowing, maybe she knows other Rainicorns have done it with dogs, I don't know.
I think it's just because she has sleep. And she's thinking clearly because she's been sleeping.
Yeah,
she's
could
been
be.
resting. I mean...
Well, you can also look at it from the other perspective of, well, it's mother's instinct.
Yeah.
It's a common cliche where the mom knows what to do because it's just a mother's instinct.
And there's definitely bad mothers. I mean, it's not they're all good, but...
And I'm not even saying that's what they were going for with this, but that could easily be one way to interpret it. But I agree, maybe it's just because she had some sleep and had time to process things.
Your perspective is different when you're tired. I mean, it's really and
and that's what they show with Jake, I think, too.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts is where he's making breakfast. And he goes over and he's just like, poke, kind of like a dead person. Oh my god!
Babies aren't moving!
That made me... Because I remember when our daughter was younger and all that stuff, in the beginning, I'd always kind of peek in to make sure she's breathing and she's okay. Well, some of our family or family friends decided to tell us stories like, oh yeah, my friend had a kid who was sleeping on the couch, rolled off the couch and died. And it's like, wow! As a new parent, of course I was terrified my daughter was going to die.
Take note, never tell horror stories to new parents.
Honestly, that's like the one thing.
Seriously.
Like, I'm obviously not a dad, but that's the one thing I'm always the most afraid of. I'm afraid that my paranoia is going to be too much. That I'm just going to freak out about everything. But what I always hear is that even if you are someone that freaks out about the stuff, it's like, the stuff that you actually get freaked out over is not the stuff you think it is.
Oh, yeah.
You adjust.
And it's like, it's like stuff that's like, no, it's like, it is hair pulling and it is very loving too, but it's never the stuff you think it's gonna be. It's always something you never expected. So it's like, I just sort of go, okay, yeah, just find out when it happens.
For me, I was definitely paranoid in the beginning, but after a good month, I kind of smoothed into it.
Yeah,
it was
you get
kind of
into
okay,
probably, yeah.
But
He was the cutest daddy ever, better than Jake.
You was the
Better than
cutest
Jake.
ever.
No,
was
one
the
thing
best.
that you guys didn't bring up, well, that I guess maybe it's just my favorite, is Finn's shirt.
Yeah, so that's Uncle Ren upside down.
I love that shirt. I don't
like
care.
he went like this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He just looked down
so
and drew it
cool.
like that.
That was
Yeah.
cute.
If anyone in the comment section can tell me where I could buy one of those, I would be very grateful.
Make it! How difficult would that be? Get a blue shirt and write on it.
You gonna make it for me?
No! It's too much
So
work.
there you go, exactly. By the
money
way,
at it
I
and
completely
fix the
forgot
problem.
last one. I need to make a shout out to some of the people in the comments. Not by name, because I don't know any of them offhand.
See,
Yeah, you got the milkshake reference correct. I owe all of you kisses.
Do I know what the milkshake reference
he
is?
has very,
Apparently
very
not.
cute kisses.
Okay. The two things I want to bring up before wrapping up here. One is that we'll get to your stuff too, but you're just the other stuff.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I got off
Well,
something.
no, in terms of like my stuff, I mean, the two things that really,
Excuse me.
the two things that really stick out to me is that, one, what you were saying about like, mother's instinct and stuff like that. I know it's like you said, the cliche and stuff like that, but at the same time, I do think, if a person is growing inside of you and is your body for several months, how is it not possible to have a connection somehow, some sort of instinct, just something, or imprinting or whatever they call it. So I think even though, like I said, there's definitely bad mothers, but at the same time, it's like when people say, no, there is this connection, there's this instinct, it's like, I'm sort of like, yeah, how can there not be when it's like, it's not like, oh, it's a part of me, like, symbolic. No, it is literally a part of you for, like, several months.
But if someone lops off your finger and throws it somewhere, it's not like you're going to have some psychic connection to find it.
Have you ever tried it?
Let's try it. Get a knife.
All right, Bree, let's go. Need your finger.
But no, I mean, that's the way I look at it. How old are you? Average?
He's old.
I'm,
you're in your
at least
20s,
45.
we'll say.
Oh my
No,
god.
30s, actually.
Shut up.
Okay.
So you're in your 20s. So you have been living with your foot for 20 years. If I lopped off your foot and drove off with it somewhere, by your own admission, in a sense, you should be able to find it by some connection.
No, but
because it's been growing on you.
However, what do people say when they lose a limb or a foot or something like that? They say
Phantom limb pain.
it feels like it's still there.
Yeah, but it's not.
No, but it feels like it's still
I've never
there.
heard a mother go, "Oh, I feel my baby still inside me."
Maybe they do.
Jory.
It's not that I've been gaining weight, it's just I have phantom pregnancy.
There you go. So for all the women who just want an excuse, let's just say phantom pregnancy is a thing.
Nice.
But
You're the best.
yeah, I like that. We came together. We worked hard on that. There you go. The other thing I really liked, like, whatever, look at the babies, oh, isn't that cute and stuff. I don't know why the one moment that I was really like, oh my god, right here, is when he was making breakfast, and it's totally quiet. There's just the mother saying how to do it, and it's really dark, nobody's awake. He's turning the volume down. It's a very quiet moment. And just that little bit of quiet, again, it just makes it seem a little bit more real and a little, I mean, for as strange as show this is, but it makes the environment seem a little bit more, you see, like, yeah, no, this takes time. He's really devoting time to doing this, and he's trying to get it right, and he's trying not to wake anybody. It shows that dedication, which I really like. And that seemed like the most, I guess, relatable for the moment because the volume's down, and he's trying to be quiet, and he's listening to something. We've all tried to do something at some point, not to wake people up or to, whatever, Stiffer test, whatever, not to wake people up or watch something.
Yeah.
So we can relate to that very much. And we're like, oh, that's so cool that he's doing that. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Well, I really liked it. That's a nice scene. What I liked about it by comparison to a lot of other shows is, in most shows, like, let's say he was doing this stuff and he was like, put it down and be boom! Like, because they always emphasize when you're trying to be quiet, like how the tiniest sound will make this big, huge thing, which, sometimes it kind of does. But I love how it doesn't do that in this. Mm-hmm. It's more the whole, like, oh, it's loud, turn it down. You don't hear tick, 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 or anything like that, or the cracking of the egg wasn't boom! It was just, no, he was just like, it was more real than the over-exaggerated times that they do it in cartoons.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, you kind of feel that way when you're trying to be quiet, but that's not the way it is.
That's probably great for the Foley people, too. It's like, oh, you mean I don't need a voice for the volume going down, or a sound for it? Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, the fox, do you remember where he's from?
I want to say I saw him before, because I saw it, I'm like, I swear, like, I don't remember where, though. I mean, I'm sure it's a previous episode, but...
When Jake is sick and Finn needs to find the story, he forces the duck and the
That's right,
fox
to be together.
kiss.
That's right.
Oh,
I do remember that.
Now,
yes.
I don't know if it's actually the same fox. The voice is the same.
I was gonna say,
But-
if it's the same voice, it's...
I'm guessing, but I'm just saying.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
It was okay. I'm not.
Memory.
I will go on record and say I find babies ugly as hell. I have always found
Jake Jr. was not an especially good-looking baby.
the one that looks like half pickle.
Yeah, but,
With the sprinkly face.
No, but on the other hand, because at first I was like, well, that's a weird thing to do, but I was sort of like, not all kids are born, to be super good looking, necessarily. It's like,
All
they're
kids
still
are
fine.
ugly.
And that she's the only one that talks and, like, honestly had a personality out of any of them,
Yeah.
so it's like, whatever.
No, I found babies ugly ever since I can remember. And yes, when my daughter was born, I was like, oh my god, this baby's ugly. So it's not just all of a sudden like, oh, I have a baby, I love my baby and no one else. No, all babies.
Yeah, he's always been a jerk.
I will accept.
No change.
Anything else?
I need a mustache.
Oh, I really liked when Jacob was opening the drawers with his ass.
You said that so lovingly.
I know. It was lovely.
I hate
I
babies!
wish I could open drawers with my ass. No, I don't. That's a lie.
You want to
That's a
try it?
lie.
I have a
No.
person with a pencil
That is a
mustache
lie.
and
Pen?
a pen mustache, excuse me, and somebody wishing they could open drawers with their ass.
This is your life, sir.
And it hurts.
You knowingly come here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do this to yourself.
Hey, Doug. How
think
you
I'm gonna-
doing?
Go open some drawers with my ass.
Sweet.
Whoa. That's not her ass.
Told you, man. My wife has skills.